Hi guys, Rachel with Spunky Misfit Girl here, and I've had a request for some bigger journals, bigger folios made with my papers, and I kind of already had this in the works, so I'm gonna just start making one of this style of manila folder journals that I make on camera. And we'll just kind of do some of the little projects for things that will go inside of the journal, and then we'll make the journal itself. You may have seen these before. I think I've done some flip throughs on the channel, and you can find them. If not, I make these out of manila folders as the cover. Sew in one signature, usually about 12 pages, although this one looks like it might be a little bit bigger, with at least one envelope pocket inside of it. So what I thought I'd do for today's project is actually an envelope flip. And so I've actually prepared a cover so that I know what size my cover is. So I just cut this out of a manila folder. And this is kind of pretty standard fare for the journals I make. In terms of size, I don't necessarily check closely on size every time to make it the same. But this is just under 11 inches by 8. So 5.5 by 8 for the final journal size when you fold that 11 length in half. And then I printed, these are actually, this is from my neutral backgrounds kit, and this pretty guy is actually from a new kit I'm working on called Journal Lovers, which may or may not be out by the time this video goes out. If it is, I'll put the link in the description, and if not, I will share it with you soon. So I printed that out on slightly heavier paper so that I can add my envelope flip to it. And so here's the sample that I made, and this is the same. This is the neutral backgrounds paper kit on the inside and the Journal Lovers on the outside. And I thought I'd just make one of these to give you just an idea for something that you can put together for a journal of your own. So we're not going to use that just yet. We're just going to use our paper here, and I've got a nice big envelope with a card that goes with it. And you could use a junk envelope for this and just make a card out of some cardstock or a piece of paper, whatever you like. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm actually going to take a look, because this guy is going to go in here like this, right? Ultimately, we're going to glue him in and make him into a flip like you see with this guy, and then we're going to decorate the heck out of it and our card to go in there. So I want to give it a good amount of room away from the spine so that there's room. I might make the card a little bit smaller too. So I'm just going to mark that on my edge, and I'm going to cut that off. And this is a nice simple thing that adds an extra touch to your journal that isn't really about construction. It's not about paper folding like some of the folios. And it's really more, you get a chance to decorate. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use my flap here to create that flip, and I'm gonna glue that just on the flap. To the outside edge of my paper that will go into my signature. I just want to make sure got a little bit of room for that flip. And then there's a couple of aspects actually. I don't think oh yeah, look at that, I did. And I brought papers specifically for that. So what I did on this one, which we'll do again because this is handy, is I used one of these other papers from the Journal Lovers kit to turn it into a pocket to cover up that back side. This guy, you probably can't tell on camera, but I can tell. My printer lately has been giving me lines in a lot of my printouts, and it's really frustrating. There is a solution for that on my printer, and this may be the case that if you run into this with yours. These guys are a little bit better. There's a setting where you can tell it to use the best quality setting, and then it will not do those lines. This is a new thing more recently. So I'm gonna cut this guy. I'm gonna use this one instead because it's a little bit better. And it used to be that I could clean the nozzles and it would fix it. It hasn't been working lately. It doesn't matter. So let's cut this guy to about here and about here. So I'm just cutting it down to size for my big pocket on the back. Actually, kind of want to cut those edges since we're losing the edges from the other two. I don't want it to look uneven like that. All right, that's good. And then I'm just gonna give that guy a notch at the top. And ink it up. To cover up that that flap and give me a little pocket on the back, or a big pocket, really. I'm gonna have to make something special. A nice big tag maybe would go well in there. And then I'm just gonna glue that on 3 sides to make my pocket. Just like that. And still a little bit of my envelope shows over here. I think that's okay. It's a craft envelope. If you use a junk envelope, you might want to tea or coffee dye it first if you don't want that to be white and junky there. Or you could use a bigger sheet of paper and make sure that you cover up the whole thing too. It's up to you how you want to handle that. But I like that. So then let's take a look at our pocket and see what we can do. I pulled a bunch of my scraps from this is the Floral Wallpaper kit. And I just really love playing with this kit. It's got a lot going on, so you kind of need some neutrals to go with it. So the neutral backgrounds kit makes a good pair with it. I'm doing a good number of kind of more neutral backgrounds like this for the Journal Lovers kit, so that hopefully they will pair well together too. And then I pulled some of the old Rose Petals shop ones also, just to see. It's a little hard to put those two together, but maybe we can find some ways to do it that will be pretty. Like this guy, I actually really like the idea of that guy going on here. I'm going to, I didn't bring my ripping ruler and I wish I had, but let's try it like this. Let's see if I can do it just with my hands all right. Who needs tools, right? Just use our special hand tool. I think I'm gonna cut it off straight on this side. Right to that edge. And then we'll find something to go underneath. And this could either be a pocket, actually, if I wanted it to be, or we could just make this outer guy a collage. Do I want to put it against something like this? Or we've got the rest of this guy, could put that in there too. That's kind of fun. I kind of like that, those two pieces together. Okay, let's ink this. Thank you so much to Patricia, who has been just absolutely diving into everything, who requested some more ideas for how to use papers in my shop. I really appreciate that. I appreciate all of you guys watching along with me and crafting, and it is a super huge, wonderful thing for me anytime somebody buys one of my sets of papers. Ooh, yeah, I love that. I'm really liking this. Okay, so I can't decide if I want it to be a pocket though, or just if I want to add some bits and bobs to the front. Ooh, you know what I want to though? Is this guy, and this is what I should have done before I glued this in here. I usually do this with the envelope journals that I make that are entirely made out of envelopes. I ink the envelopes up. It's subtle. It's subtle. You can't super tell, right? But I feel like that those little details are ultimately what gives the finished product that real feel of a special experience. Really transforms something from just pieces of paper to something that feels like a magical thing. So I don't like to forget to do that. So I'm thinking, so sometimes what I'll do is actually plan out a little bit. So I've got a few ladies here. And these ones that I'm using, I just happen to already have printouts of these. These are from Artie Mays, but I do have a set of vintage ladies in my shop as well that I use a lot, and this is Edna St. Vincent Millay. She's in there, and there's quite a few other just beautiful vintage lady pieces, and you probably see me use them on other videos as well. I have two sets, one of framed ones that are actually AI generated, beautiful vintage style ladies, and then there's one that are actual vintage ladies that are not framed. I was thinking about something like that, but you know what? I'm loving these roses, and I don't know that I want to cover that up. I think I'm just going to go ahead and glue these on here, And what I'm gonna do is just add a little bit to that top corner that's a little more plain. Maybe add a bit of lace or ribbon and call it good, and let these roses kind of be my my centerpiece, not let it get too crazy busy. So this is from the old Rose Petal Shop kit, set of papers. It's not really kit, there's no ephemera, it's just papers. If you guys are dying to have matching ephemera for any of these sets of papers, do let me know, I will make them. Got some vellum here. Yeah, so I'm just thinking about, you know, how I kind of go about this. A lot of the times lately what I've been doing is just getting to a point like this where I'm like happy with something, and I just put that bit down, and then I start just kind of playing around a little with other things that I want to add to it. Like this, I feel like is going to need a centerpiece of some kind, and I actually don't know what I have for a rose that I could add to this. Maybe I can pull something from one of these. I don't think the pinks will go well. Ooh, I have this guy. Let's cut him out and see how he looks. This is from Pixie Dust Files. Super love her papers. She does a lot of beautiful, very unique stuff. I don't know how well this is gonna work. I don't know if it's actually gonna fit the, ooh, yeah, I do think I like that. I think I'm gonna end up putting it in there. Maybe with a little bit of texture or lace behind it. I did also just get some cheesecloth and coffee dyed that. Still sort of working out how to use that in a way that I like. I see other people use it in absolutely beautiful ways. And I haven't quite mastered it yet myself. Let's ink this edge too that I tore, because who doesn't love a good inked vellum edge? I think we're gonna go here to overlap that. And maybe put this guy, and you know what I also didn't bring is my foam tape. I've been doing a lot of layering, but that's okay. I think I'll keep this. I don't want this to be super bulky anyway. There. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it like that. So let's see what we have for texture and lace to give it an extra bit of something. I've got these. Oh, I've got these. My favorites. My lace favorites. My skinny laces. Where's my end? I think this guy. Behind there, or I think on the side. I think on the side on this one. Yep. So let's cut that. Like that. And I think we'll put the vellum on first. And I'm just gonna go around the edges with that, even though I don't intend for it to be a pocket, just because that glue is gonna show behind the vellum. So I don't want to get a bunch of gooey glue. Put that guy about there. And then we're gonna get this guy on the side. this down along about here. I had a couple of little, I don't know if you would call them folios. They were like small journals that I made on a previous video that I had in my booth for the Christmas markets this past fall that both sold. This paper set really comes out nicely at the end of the day. These beiges, pretty beiges, and the soft, pretty roses. Ooh, okay, I'm loving that, guys. So let's see. We've got our card here. That's gonna go inside here. I think it's okay to leave it as is, but let's see. Let's do this inside first. So now with the inside, we don't want to get glue. We just want glue along this side here, right? So it's a little bit better to use a paper. And now that I've started with these old rose petal shop ones, I kind of want to continue with them to keep that sort of the same aesthetic, the same colorway, I guess, color scheme. I don't know how it'll be if I flip from the pretty blues of the, that might work with that one. However, I need something for the bottom. What do I have here? I just brought all sorts of bits and bobs. I don't think that one goes. I do love that one, but this guy's very, very light. Oh, that'll be good for the back of the card. That's what I do for my backs of my cards. Let's just grab that and cut it down. With these craft cards like this, to leave some room for writing, that's how I make these journal cards to go in here. I'll decorate the front and make it all nice and beautiful, and then I'll give it a very neutral backing. I think we're gonna stick with this one. I totally just switched my order just because this showed up in front of my face, and that's okay. Sometimes that's the way it goes. And the thing is with making a journal like this on camera, it's just by nature going to be a little bit less structured. So I hope that's okay with you guys, to get a little bit away from some of the structured one-page wonder folios and do a little bit more just messing around with stuff, you know? Taking some papers that you like and doing some stuff with them. So that'll be the back of my card. So we'll set that aside for a sec. Actually gonna move my card journal off my table here so I don't mess that up. Oh, so I've got some more of this paper. That's good that I did that, see now, because I have this guy, which could either let's, I don't know. No, I don't. I want something pretty. Oof, this one's very liney. I'm starting to have to now print everything with the best quality. It does take quite a bit longer. I'm gonna rip the top of this. Use my substitute bone folder. I did finally give in and buy one. Should be here soon. I kind of like that. I think I might make it into a pocket. So I'm gonna cut it here so it's the same size. My ripping didn't get very prominent. It's pretty straight. So let's give that a punch too. Using the bottom of my circle punch to give myself a notch here. I like that. I'm happy with it. Will it be weird flipping? Yeah, it's a little weird, but I like it. I'm gonna live with it. They're in the same basic theme space. All right, so what I'm gonna do though, let's give this guy some ink too, that's important. When I glue this one down, I've got to be careful because I don't want to close my pocket for my envelope up. So with this guy, this side is going to get only a line of glue over there. And then we're going to go up to the top and along the side. And I'm going to just look, I'm going to be careful here. So I don't want to do the whole bottom, right? I can do a little bit more along this side, but I'm not going to do too much more than that because the rest of it's going to be my pocket. And then same thing on this side of this guy. Well, this guy's going to be a pocket anyway, so it doesn't matter. We're just going to do our 3 sides. And that's going to go on top. And then I do want some bits and bobs on my pocket here. Labels. Here's my box of stuff. So actually, I'm thinking I got a bunch of these Stamperia ephemera, and I think they could match these. Oh yeah. I think I don't even need to fuss, do I? Because that's perfect, right? If I fuss, I'm just gonna start. Yeah. I'm just gonna start making a mess if I fuss. So that guy, I've also got these. These are from the French Blue from Prima. Like that could be fun. Or I was thinking even just like some music page, a little bit of a music page might be nice under here too. Something like this. Or my actual music page, which I have a whole bunch of. Something like that to give it a little extra, and then maybe a word. A lot of times words are kind of what bring it all together and finish it off. A little more on the edge. That's upside down, isn't it? I'm not a musician. I did used to know how to read music. I probably couldn't do it anymore. Let's scooch that down a little. Scoochy, scoochy. Okay, and then let's put this guy on there too. That's gonna give it a little bit of a bump because it is like cardboard. Ooh, I like that. Okay, pocket coming together, really nice. Okay, so we would want something sized right. Maybe one of these Tim Holtz cards. I mean, it's kind of the right size. I don't know that I love that. It's a little bit weird for the style. And then the question of what we want to do with our card here. So this guy's gonna go right in there. We'll just make sure that he still fits. Ooh. We're just up against that. That might be a little bit of a problem. Oof, I shouldn't have put my back on before I did that. Just because my pocket gets a little smaller. But I think I'm gonna risk it. We'll see. We'll see when it comes to sewing this in. If it's too big, we'll just have to make a new one for it. That's a little smaller. That's okay. I can live with that. For this guy, I kind of pulled some things. I was kind of thinking about one of the ladies, maybe. Ooh, that doesn't. But maybe we should just let the papers shine here. These pretty papers. What else can go here with this guy? I've got a desk full of different things. So I use these. I think these are from Yvonne Preston. I use those tags a lot in these journals because they go really well. I brought a bunch of little bits and bobs to potentially use. Ooh, and here's a big tag too. I wonder if this will fit. We wanted something for here. Yeah, I think that's what I brought her for. There's a little bit of extra white on her edge here, so let's get rid of that. And this is also from Pixie Dust Designs. This was a freebie, I think came out of a freebie of hers. Maybe give that a little hole on top with some twine. Ooh, where's the middle? Something like that. Should we do an eyelet? What do you guys think? I've been doing a lot of these just without eyelets lately. Let's put it in here and see what we think. I think I'm gonna put an eyelet in. Just been kind of lazy and not wanting to do them. I kind of miss it though. All right, so this is the little 1/8 inch eyelet, and my crocodile is not set for that. So let's turn it and slip that guy in there. And there she goes. And she'll get a little bit of twine to go with her too. I got this huge roll thinking it was my skinny twine that I had bought before. And it's actually a little bit thicker than what I really wanted and less nice. It's a little bit grungy. But I think that's okay. We are making junk journals after all, right? Let's not get too fancy on ourselves. Okay, so she's gonna go in here. Maybe I'll make some big tags. I'm really enjoying big tags lately for this journal lovers kit. I think that would be cool to do some of those with that. My pocket, I think, has a little glue down there, so I'm just trying to get in there and open it up so she can go all the way down. Yeah, there we go. She fits in there and just her little twine sticks up. Okay, perfect. So all we have left is this card to go inside here, right? Yep. And then we will save this guy when it comes to actually making the journal. We'll put together a signature and we will cover that manila folder. And I don't know if this is going to be in sequence. In terms of the videos, but I will try to get to doing all of this in a timely fashion. So let us put, what else do we want? I've got so many little bits. With this little guy, maybe we want something. Nope, nope, nope. I really like this, but I don't know what I want to do with it. Maybe the vellum. I don't think I want to leave the craft paper showing. This one would be good, but it's so liney. I think this is that same page. I could pull this one up. Let's do that. Let's put this on here since I like it the way it is. Let's do it. I already marked it. Let's cut it off. Let's ink it up, and then I'll be able to better see. And also, then I have this. Put him on there. Sometimes with ones big like this, I will use tape, double-sided tape, versus glue, because it just makes the edges cleaner. I have sticky scissors just for that purpose that I use consistently with the tape. I don't have it with me. At the moment, it's at the other desk. So I'm not going to do it for this, but just another thought. So I've got this guy. I think I like that. It's hard because I can't see, but I like the idea of it. Maybe rip it again. We can go. Yeah, see, I printed I printed this one. This one's super liney. So I printed this on the back with the best quality. Okay. That is maybe a little taller than I want it to be though. Because I kind of want to keep this. So I think what I want to do, I'm going to keep this. I want this rose. I'm going to cut this so that it's straight on the bottom. I'm going to cut it here. And that's what I'm going to put on there. Where did my mark go? Yeah. Teeny, but that's all it needs to be. Oh yeah, okay, that's perfect. I love it. I love it. It is challenging with these papers. They are so pretty by themselves. Like, that's why I say you really need to pair them with something neutral, because so now here I am. I've made this beautiful card and I kind of want to collage on it, put a focal point on it and stuff, but I don't want to cover up this gorgeous roses and things that I already have here. So could we just put something simple? You know, we could do just like a little tiny, some words with a little bit of texture. you know? Something simple. Let's grab the words. Oh, or I have these the number set. This is also in my shop, and they make great sort of finishers along with words. Let me find a good one. There's some Paris ones in French. Ooh, that'll go well with this. Yeah. I'm liking that a ton. Okay, so now like I want like just a background of some kind, of some paper, like a brown. I had a brown paper around here. Let me see if I can find it. Doesn't that sound silly? A brown paper. How many brown papers do you think I have around here? But there was a specific one. Oof. And now, of course, that I want to find it is going to have been eaten. It was a little cute ripped edge. Where did I put it? Did I put it on this side? I wanted to save it because I thought I was going to maybe use it on my cover. But it's not. Nope. I'm not seeing it here. So let us, oh, there it is. Yes, I got it. Brown paper, cute edges. So I was thinking something like that maybe, but not the whole thing. Just a piece of it, right? To go behind this. I like that. I'm gonna cut it about here. And then maybe like here. Okay, but I'm gonna give it a little bit of a wavy edge to match those other sides. And then I think the last thing will be some texture. And that'll be it for our card, and it'll go inside there, and then we will save this guy for our journal. With stickers, I very often don't use the sticker backing. I just glue them on as is, because sometimes they're opaque and it changes what it looks like. Yeah, I'm loving that. Okay, so we've got also this, which I think is gonna be the thing to give us some texture. And this is just flower wrapping mesh. You can get it, a whole huge roll of it, very cheaply. And let's see, how am I gonna do this? I don't wanna, make this guy over here like this. Okay, so I'm gonna think about my glue here, kinda, because I'm gonna put something over it. Because this stuff is sort of weird, right? So let's put this guy on there. Oh, this kind of playtime is just my absolute favorite, you guys. Okay, I said I kind of wanted that over there a little bit more. That guy goes on top. And then this little one. And this guy. Ooh. Yeah. And that's my card. And he's gonna go inside my flip. I need to find something to put in here. I do have another big tag. I think I want to make a tag to go with that guy. Maybe using, is this guy tall enough? Ooh, yeah. This guy's kind of perfect, except for that I ripped the edge, but that's okay. I can cut it if I want it straight. So let's just cut this real quickly. Ooh, darn, we have a back on that though that I can't use. So I might need to just cover that, attach it to something that is one of those neutrals. What do I have that can, yeah, oh, this one's pretty. That's a pretty back. So let's just glue that. I'm gonna set that aside so I don't. So this guy, I'm gonna go on top of here. Cut it back out. This is one of the papers that is in the Journal Lovers kit that I'm working on. Got a little extra. Okay, and then I'm just gonna use my handy dandy little tag corner guy and make this a nice wide, beautiful tag. I might add a little something to that, but I think I'll do it after we're done here. Just close this guy up. That is gonna fit right there, just like that. I think I want it to have some twine and eyelet too. And then our card is gonna go in here. I think I don't know if I want him facing. Yeah, that's actually okay. I like that. So there we go. Our envelope flip, pocket on the back, tag in there. Just a really fun, beautiful idea for something to create. You can do that when it's already in your journal too. I just did it this way because I didn't have an active journal made yet. So I'm gonna make the journal second. But if you already have one that you're working on, you can add that in there super easily. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe and sign up to my email list. The link is down in the description. You'll get freebies and my monthly newsletter. I will see you in the next video.